So today is Father's Day.
Father's Day, absolutely.
Happy Father's Day.
Appreciate it, man.
Happy Grandfather's Day.
Appreciate that.
You know?
Appreciate that.
Happy Father's Day.
I had a good day today.
You look nice.
Appreciate it.
You look like you had it.
I had
I mean, you didn't bring your ass in here full of glitter. I mean, you ain't got no glitter on your in your beard, on your neck, on your arms, in your clothes. So what kind of day did we have? Because
there were festivities
somewhere else.
There were festivities.
Y'all didn't know that. Oh, well, glitter, did you?
I didn't. I do not wear, but I do not intentionally wear glitter. However, if
I told you how much glitter was on that hat, because y'all ain't watch it. But
it's there.
One piece glitter, 2 piece glitter, 3 piece glitter.
I love it. It's gonna stay there. Okay. It's gonna stay there.
Well,
it's my hat. It's my get down with it hat.
I was this tin hat that he got on that's got glitter all over. It's
your
get down hat. Oh, you turn it to the back, do you?
No. I keep it. Look here. When I'm wearing this hat.
Okay.
So full transparency about the hat.
I tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna wear my hat next time. We're gonna both have a hat on.
So
can't nobody see about
this hat. This hat is my brain and relax and release hat. So if I'm deep in thought, if I'm doing something that requires a lot of thought, or if I'm regulating my nervous system and decompressing, like say, so when I go to my spot and have my cigar and I throw a whole bunch of money and I got my hat.
You turn up. You just.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am O.
And I am Nigel Comaneci.
And we are
Candid and Clear.
We are the best podcast that will bring you politics, current events, and relationship issues.
Let me tell you what I need you to do. Go out and like, comment, share, and subscribe across all social media platforms. You got glitter all by your eyes, nigga. I just seen
it's right here.
No, I mean on your face.
Well, I did hug on her a little bit. Yeah. Today was a good day. Today was definitely a good. Let me tell you.
And you've been grinning since you've been here.
Oh man, like I really enjoyed my day. I will say this. I came into today with a little because people really don't celebrate Father's Day like talking about it.
Well, we don't celebrate fathers.
Fair.
I don't believe it's the day. I believe it's fathers, and I honestly believe that they are so important.
Right.
They are just so important.
I definitely felt celebrated today. I definitely felt celebrated. It was really cool. It was a thing. We get into the festivities.
Really cool. Yeah, you got a whole lot of glitter going on. So guys, you can definitely tell whenever O's had a good time. If you see him out and he's got on a lot of glitter all over me. Don't bother.
It's gonna be on like one area. It ain't gonna be like all over me.
The whole side of his face. Yeah. And I'm gonna pick on him.
It was everywhere. It was in my beard too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in your beard. It was everywhere. Yeah, you didn't miss anything. It was on your arms. It's on your side of your neck, coming all down. And he has the audacity to say, "Well, where's the glitter?" And I just want to say, "Ninja everywhere."
It wasn't me. It was chocolate pawpaw. I assure you.
Let's get to our question.
Let's get to it.
You drop. Put your phone down because you're supposed to be read in.
No. I am read in, but there are some points that I do want to reference because they are awesome. Now,
tell these people who does the notes.
You have an amazing penmanship when it comes down to the notes.
I thought you was gonna throw some shade here.
No shade. The bullet points, the way it's set up. The outline form that we learned in high school is they don't teach that anymore. They don't teach that anymore. It's not.
It's shame on you for insinuating that we're the same grown age. But okay. Anywho.
All right,
let's go because this is your question.
Okay, so how? And I want to ask it.
You need to put up a poll with this one. Okay.
The first question was, what if we could only be in relationships that match the level of our individual giving? Not what you want to be given, but what you can actually give. Ladies.
When you said afford to give.
Ladies, what would your relationship look like?
So I want to say, let's ground us in this.
Okay.
Because if you could only be in relationship in which at the level that you could afford to give,
man,
technically you are equally yoked. But technically you're equally yoked.
Let's do it.
But you also recognize that you're in a relationship where it's tit for tat. So it is 50-50.
So at a certain point, does it become transactional then?
Well, this one is the way we're setting it up, but that's okay because we're going somewhere.
So, and again, I have issues with the question, although it is a great question. From a woman's point of view,
right,
that would mess up the expected provide and protect. I don't want to move too fast in the
yeah.
But
well, it could, but there are a lot of women out here that are going 50-50.
It's a lot of women that's going 50-50. It's a lot of women making the bag. Salute to y'all. Salute to y'all that's making the bag.
Yeah.
Big salute to the women getting the bag. I am still trying to wrap my mind around 50-50, but if that's what you agree to, that's what you like, do your thing. I just, if a woman only chooses to be with a partner that can match or that is at her financial status, I don't see there being a lot of provide and protect out there.
Okay. Let's go back because the question is this is focused on women because women focus heavily on provide, protect, and provide, and I'm one of those women. So don't come and at me, right? But the question is, what would you do, ma'am, if you were in a relationship? You had to be in a relationship at the level that you could give, not the level of your expectation. That is the question that we really have to ask. Is that fair? Would that be fair?
Fair comes around once a year, downtown, and I miss it sometimes. Believe it or not,
me too.
So I don't get fair too often.
Me either.
I kind of wondering how many times I had fair in my life, but I can't. It's a hard one because the way I grew up, I didn't grow up like that. So it's the whole concept to me.
Standard, that's it.
The whole concept to me is obscure because if we were created to do a thing, why are we trying to buck what we're naturally created to do?
But we're asking this question because there are men out here, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate, men.
All right, here we go.
Well,
I can't agree with them dudes, man.
But there are a lot of dudes that feel like they give a lot and they don't receive anything.
Totally different conversation.
And women have that, but that's the conversation we're in.
Okay.
Women have these expectations that he will gift me and do this, that, and the other for me, and then they don't want to give anything, or they can't reciprocate at that level.
We're gonna get back to the women. Let me caveat for a minute. Let me caveat. We're gonna get back to the women, but I gotta address this.
Okay, go.
Whatever a man says that he needs from a woman, that equates whatever he needs to give for that woman to be satisfied, okay, that's your business.
Right.
Okay. No, I'm not saying that situations should be transactional. However, I am saying, sir, set a value on what you require from a woman. If she wants you to pay all the bills and whatever that dynamic is, what is it worth to you to do that? That's all we have to do as men, instead of out here complaining about what I call basic stuff.
I think what a man should need from a woman should never be financial.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna say that. What you need from me should never be financial.
I agree.
So therefore, we would never be on the same level of giving.
We come down to giving
when it comes down to giving. Right. We're never going to be at the same level because you're going to give in one, as these people say, love language, and I'm going to give in another.
I agree.
Okay. If we really live there, okay, then we don't really have to discuss this, that we don't have to go this deep into this, because then that's the understanding, that's the foundation by which we're having a conversation. But most people don't see through that lens. They see, they see I gave, so I must receive. And the other thing is they see immediate.
Well, let's talk about that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Again, I'm going back to what are your expectations in receiving? Why are we not having this conversation? Now, I do think it might be a little cliche, a little basic to say, okay, first date, what are your expectations in this connection? What are your expectations beyond this date, if you like this date, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? What does the dynamic of you being in an intimate relationship look like? What are the expectations to receive and or give based on what level you're on? All of those things. But if you're telling me that, I'll say it this way.
Yeah.
I think this is me talking. I think it's easier for me to pay all your bills than it is for you to meet my needs that are outside of the finances. That's why it's so easy for me to pay all the bills.
I agree with that, but I don't exactly I've never approached a relationship like that.
I'm not asking,
No.
I'm strictly talking to the group of people who are like, gotta have the money, gotta have the money. But
I'm just saying because it's important, because if somebody hears this, we kind of need to talk about it. You know, you kind of need to bring out all the sides, because guys, I've never done that. I've never started a relationship like that. I have always been friends first, because I find that I need to like you as a person, and I need to know if I can hang out with you before you ever buy me anything. Let me see if I enjoy spending time. So some women would say, well, that's not high value, because I got to go to this restaurant and I got to do this and I want to get dressed up and this, that, and the other. I actually don't want to take you out first. I want to get to know you first. Let me see if I like you, the person.
That is a fair statement.
That way we're not wasting each other's time.
You may not have the etiquette that needs to be in
the restaurants that we eat in. That's just the truth. Like that little spot around the corner where we just sit in the back and we unbothered. Right.
Why you got your elbows on the table, man?
Yeah.
You know the difference between
a salad fork and a dinner fork? And do you know which way they go? If you had to pass it to me.
But why did you switch the sides when we got to the table? Because you like your fork on the other side. No, ma'am.
Right.
That's why I first date these. Never mind.
Right.
Let's get to the women. Let's get back to the point, because I go too far.
But here is the other thing. Can you have a first date that's not any of the high end places that we would say that we eat? Can you?
Absolutely.
Now, I can.
Absolutely.
Because I'm trying to see something. Because even if it wasn't super expensive, you can still make it meaningful. If we left here and walked over to Clyde Warren and ate off the food trucks, well, we spent $40, but I know more about you in a date walking to the food truck.
Especially if, and you know what? Let's go ahead and clear this up. And I promise we're gonna get to the question and get back to the ladies. I promise you. Here's the deal. The problem I think we're having is a lot of these high expectations of the first dates are people from the internet that they've never actually met. That's what I think is happening. I really think. I think you met on the internet, you texting back and forth, you talking on the phone back and forth. You're not really FaceTiming, or even if you are, you just seeing this person for the very first time. And I think a lot of people, I'll say women, just for the sake of the conversation, are expecting to go to these lavish restaurants. Well,
I'm gonna say this.
Catfishing is real. Filters are real. I say first meeting, y'all need to be in a comfortable spot, just in case you like, look, hey, you don't look like I thought you did on the internet, so I'm gonna go pay for your appetizer and I'm out of here. You know what I mean?
So, right. But I think the other thing is that it's incredibly expensive to be poor. And that line was used in straw. It is not my own, but I think it's really, really true.
It's true. Now
it's incredibly expensive to be poor. So if you don't have the depth as a human, you believe that the first date has to be all of these price tags to prove you are a high value woman. You prove that you are a high value woman with your conversation and your boundaries.
Pause. Pause. Oh my God. You said conversation and boundaries. There is a meme going around. Ladies, I promise we're going to get to the question. I promise. There is a meme going around, this little video clip going around, and this gentleman is asking this woman, hey, tell me about yourself. And she didn't want to answer the question. She said, well, you got to ask me a direct question, etc. So he's like, cool. What is it about you that keeps your man engaged with you in the relationship? Something along those lines. He's like, what is it about you that keep men locked into you? And she dismissed him. See, you was about to.
See, I was about to answer because
you about to run it down. Wait, pause. I don't want you to answer that on purpose. Let me tell you what this young lady did. She dismissed him because she felt like that question was centered around what he stood to gain in the connection. Hold on for a minute. Before I let Nigel take this microphone and run a marathon on y'all ass, listen to me. Listen to me carefully. Ladies, you save yourself so much time answering that question. who are you and what's so great about you, that is your moment to stand there and set the standard wherever you want to set it. 100%. Do not don't you listen to the people on this internet. That is your moment to see whether or not that man is the type of man that you want and need, simply because you get to sit there and brag on yourself for however long it takes. That's what I think. This is just me. If I ask you, hey, who is Nigel?
Yeah.
That is your moment to brag on yourself 1000%. You can right every wrong that's ever happened in your life in that block for that moment, simply because.
Well, I think if you answer that question the right way, the person is engaged. Because if you ask me, I'll tell you, okay, I am Nigel Comaneci, right? I am Nigel Stokes Fisher in business, but I only kept my married name because it was already branded.
Okay.
Right? I am a global citizen, and most of the things that I love happen over food and travel.
Pause. Stop right there. I'm going to stop you right there. Ladies, if the preface to your answer starts just like that, if this dude does not have the vernacular or aptitude to even sit and talk to you, you're going to find out before the water comes out.
Well, let me tell you the rest. Right.
Before that waitress bring the water out.
I love the Texas Longhorns and the Saints with the same heart. I'm season tickets holders to one of them. I'll let you figure out which one it is. So when it's football season, if you really got where all your Saturdays and Sundays are not tied up in football, I'm not your girl. You're gonna have to find you somebody else. I love basketball. I can't stand hockey because it's just too cold and they don't got enough blankets and socks or whatever. It's really that simple. I am a type of woman who loves to cook and talk. So I like when people sit at my counter in my kitchen. Because most of the real good, juicy conversations happen right there.
You see how easy it is? Again, ladies, let me tell you something.
I think that's, if you're having that conversation, he can tell you if y'all can vibe and G-hit.
Let me tell you something. When you answer the question, who are you? Literally, you are being a spokesperson for yourself. You can tell by the look on that man's face whether or not you are wasting your time. Absolutely. So the very next time a man asks you, who are you, or tell me about yourself, take advantage of that. I'm telling you, as a man, take advantage of that question. Who are you? Tell me about yourself. Run it down. Brag on yourself. Set your standard as high as you want to set it. I don't care. But what's going to happen in that moment when you do that, his facial expression going to tell you whether or not.
Everything, because it's your opportunity to put out a ton of information, girls. And if I was going to say anything else, I would tell them I'm a hearts and flowers kind of girl. See, I got to have them. I like candy. I like flowers. I like all of the things. Right? And that's it. And then when I really want to have a real deep conversation, a sister like me love.
And when he said, so I got to buy you stuff.
You are Nicaraguan tobacco.
Come on, man.
In my cigar.
Drew Estate. Let's go.
So if you don't do that in your free time, right? And I drink brown liquor.
Come on, man.
In my glass.
What?
Right? With a little bit of Coke.
Come on.
That's me. And those things are the things that make me unique. They make me interesting, and it means that we're never going to have a dull moment in conversation, because I would debate over silly stuff that I really don't even care about just because I love to talk.
So, that is $500 million worth of game.
Right there. And if you don't have your summary together, sis, go practice in the mirror.
That's it.
Till it rolls off your tongue.
Oh my God. Ladies, I'm
that's
telling
speed dating stuff. That's where you want to answer your questions. Not do you want a dog and a house and a car and none of that stupid stuff.
Here's what you're doing. Here's what you're doing to me. Ladies, let me say something to you. True story. I took me and baby girl first date was at Salado, the salad.
Oh, I love that place.
I said, hey, tell me about yourself. She ran it down. I said, all right. All right. In that moment, we know. Like, first of all, you articulate enough to tell me about you. Now, is that a vague question? Yes. Can it be considered a trick question? Yes. However, that is your opportunity to pop all
your stuff. Lay all your cards on the table.
Don't you fall. Don't you slip up. Don't you slip up and listen to these content creators telling you, and he asked me, tell me about himself. You get to know me. Whoa, this first conversation is me to get to know you.
Let me tell you how to insert something that's real important to some of y'all, but you don't know how to say it or whatever. I'm gonna show you something this real cute trick, right? I do have some Cartier, so a little bit of Movado, right? all these different designers, right? You can see my ears or whatever. But one of the most interesting thing about me is that I have collected over 147 handwritten cards. So you just told him that you like handwritten cards.
After the flowers, after the hearts.
Flowers, after the candy, but you also told him that you like designer and you didn't even have to flex to really do that. And it wasn't, it's free game. I'm trying to tell you how to have a conversation. I'm just trying to give you a $1 million worth of game.
I think they're tricking y'all. I really think they got y'all talking this stuff because the men who are actually have a brain, they're gonna skip right over you.
About it. And I don't think you got to be forceful about it. I think you can come off as authentically you without having to force it and force him into the space where he acknowledges that he's getting somebody high value. If you got boundaries, right? Meaning your phone don't ring at 12:02 in the middle of the night. And I'm gonna say this because my grandmother was saying nothing open after midnight.
But no. What she say?
She said ain't nothing open after midnight but fries and thighs.
Fries and thighs.
So if you have do not disturb on your phone,
mine said legs and 7-Eleven.
We in the country. That's what it is. We're no 7-Eleven. We in the country.
Oh my God, yes.
But I'm telling you, if you can set good boundaries, you don't answer your phone. We have to get to a space for me to put you on my list after do not disturb.
Facts.
All that stuff waits until the next day. If you set up good boundaries and you've got great conversation, you might meet a whole lot of toads that you immediately recognize as not your person. But when you meet the people that are willing to date at the level that you play at, everything else changes.
I'm going to say this one more time, and we're going to get back to it. Ladies, when a man asks you, tell me about yourself or who are you, that is your grandstand opportunity to find out if this man is going to be even remotely compatible with you in the first 15 seconds of your statement.
The other thing is when you finish your grandstand about how wonderful you are, right? Then I would say to you, I would submit to him. Now tell me about you.
Come on.
Because sometimes it's a really hard act to follow. And you'll have guys that'll sit there and say, well, it ain't that much to tell. It's just like, what you see is what you get.
What?
Right. And then I would get up and go head on and leave the Dairy Queen, because you can really have these little dates right here. Dairy Queen.
And the salad spot and the salada.
At the salada.
You can do it. You got to put no clothes on for that.
You ain't got to put all this, so you can do it at Chipotle.
Facts.
And then it can determine if you want a high-end date, or because then I would submit to you, if we connected, we had a connection, and I would say, well, plan something for us. Just let me know where I'm supposed to be and what time. It's a way to get all the information you want without asking 765 questions. I'm never gonna do that. Ever. I'm never, ever, ever going to do that.
And we apologize. Question. Ladies, what would your relationship look like if you only had access to the men that were on your financial level of giving? You can take that, do what you want to do with it. That was a question that came up in conversation.
In our last conversation. And folks really want to know the answers to that, because I feel like the guys feel like the scales are heavily tilted in the women's favor. To be fair, though, they should be. That isn't by design. That's not something that we did.
I'm so different.
But you gotta speak for the guys that are hurt, because the reality is that I feel like that is by design. That scale was set well before we got here.
That is very true. So I'm gonna close with this.
You're struggling to have a conversation for them, because you really feel like they're crying for something that really just doesn't make any sense to you. But I'm gonna say this to a guy. Imagine me going all out for you for Mother's Day. You had this list, you had all these things you wanted to do. It must be Chanel, must be Louis Vuitton. I needed to get you flowers and do this, that, and the other. Imagine that guy coming over today and there's nothing done for him. There's no handwritten card. There's no nothing. Bundt cakes. There's no homemade cake. There's no dinner. There's nothing.
Let me go ahead and say something right quick.
Yeah.
Do you know this woman planned an entire day? Gifts, cards, handwritten, my favorite things. And it wasn't her responsibility to show up for me on Father's Day because she does not have any of my offspring. Right. Let me explain something, y'all. And I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna just put that there for a moment, right? Because I said that to support the concept. What I need from you is so far from money. It doesn't even. It's not even a conversation.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this to the fellas: the same thing that you will be called less than a man if you do not have is the same thing that they will say you are controlling because you do have.
Right.
Is the glass half empty or is it half full? And I'm gonna leave you right there.
No, don't stay there. See, let me explain a couple things about this glass that we're talking about. Half empty, half full. Baby, the glass is refillable. If you don't like what's in it, pour it out. If you ain't drinking tea, pour that out and get you some cognac. If you ain't drinking cognac and you want spring water, go get some ice, put your spring water in your lime. The glass is always refillable. Whatever you don't like, you have the ability to walk to a sink and dump it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm old. We gonna get. We got another question coming up in the next episode. We got you. We got another question because I got something for y'all. I'm on y'all ass. I'm just not playing with y'all. I'm old from Body by Tactical and Coaching Academy and Coaching Community Security. Sometimes your grandma called me Chocolate Paw Paw, and
because you is crazy, and I am Nigel Combinator from the MAG LLC. Too. Yeah, I am. I'm your rich auntie. I am. Because I feel like there's so much that the women out here need. And I'm excited, guys. In the coming weeks, I'm going to talk to you about the coaching program that I'm launching in the event that you want to level up. Because I do feel like we're missing some things. We're missing our confidence. We're missing the business acumen that we need to be in the rooms that we're walking into. Right? There's so much that a woman needs to truly step on a platform and own her own self and do it unapologetically and authentically. So I am looking forward to sharing over the next coming episodes. And again, if you're thinking about it and I said something that says, you know what, I need to have a conversation with this lady, go to www.themagllc and book an appointment and let's just have a clarity call. All right, guys. This is I am Nigel Combinator and we are
Candid and Clear. We out of there. Ladies and gentlemen, I am O.
And I am Nigel Combinator.
And we are
Candid and Clear.
We are the best podcast that will bring you politics, current events, and relationship issues.
Let me tell you what I need you to do. Go out and like, comment, share, and subscribe across all social media platforms.